Doing it live.
Ooh, we're all back.
I know.
Do it live.
We're gonna do it live.
Do it live. Do it live.
Yo, you want to see something cool? No? Well, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Step into the scene. No, nobody can do it like me. Zoom house plate with the kick cuisine. I was the black top king. 360s in my green machine. I was a kid and I was breaking down doors. Listening to time, now we on a world tour. We gave them hell and now we gonna give them more. JVB, Mighty Morphin like Megazord. Yo, power like Ranger, range like Rover, strong bulldozer. Autobots roll out, hit the scene. Fresh wax on the paint, it's clean.
I forgot that was in there.
I love it.
Welcome to Films of Black and White, everybody. How are you all feeling? The gang is back and better than ever, my friends. So it is
Fuck
great
yeah.
to be
Team
back
America.
with
Fuck
you
yeah.
all. Fuck yeah! After a little bit of a brief hiatus of myself and doing a modest tour of the South Pacific, it's good to be back with everybody. My guys held it down. I listened to both the episodes and they were straight gas. So
Thank you.
before we do
Phenomenal.
anything,
Thank you.
I want to give a little bit of a tip of the hat to Bryan and Marcus for holding this shit down while I was out and about and seeing the world.
That's what
So
we love.
we got a great show for you. We're going to go into, I'm going to recap the trip, give folks some highlights. We have apparently one of 3 different ooh-foo-foos for us
Yeah.
to choose from, which I am
Damn Skippy.
very excited about.
Yeah.
Brian's going to talk about Star Wars. I'm going to talk about directors that I took down a peg by watching their movies on a plane. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be outstanding. Like,
My
I'm
favorite. My favorite thing about Doug saying that is like he really feels like he's sticking it to the man by watching these movies on a plane.
Mhm.
I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah. I
I
mean, when you watch one of the Lord of the Rings on a phone screen,
Oh, that hurts my soul a little.
Why did you do that for the first time?
no, I watched The Return of the King. Now, I'd seen these like 1,000
Look at Reagan.
Hi, doggy. Hi, doggy.
Reagan just opened the door.
Hey,
Doug's
whatever.
dog has joined the pod.
She's joined the pod.
She
She's
missed-
very
she missed
confused. Yeah, she missed, or she heard you because you got to spend some quality time.
I did spend a
Marcus,
lot of time with
with
Reagan.
Reagan. So,
I did.
but yeah, when you watch Return of the King on a phone on a plane, Peter Jackson somewhere is like a disturbance in the force. He's like, I don't know what happened, but I'm really depressed all of a sudden.
Can somebody can call me dumb, and that's okay.
Uh-huh.
I guess Peter Jack. So, oh no, never mind. Disregard.
Okay,
I was thinking.
okay?
Sure.
I was thinking Percy Jackson, and then like the movie who directed. I was like, did Peter Jackson didn't direct? But no, never mind.
No, Peter Jackson did not direct Percy Jackson.
That would have been a lot
little
better of a
too,
movie. Yeah,
like on the nose.
yeah.
But in order to do this well, in order to do it right, I need to kick it on over to my guys. So I'm going to kick it on down to Marcus J. Destin, a.k.a. The Gang is back. How we feeling, sir?
Gangers, you already know what time it is, baby. You dig what I'm saying? Sixers. I feel good. Welcome back to Doug. Miss my guy. I also really enjoyed the Bright Guy and Markman pods. And if you're looking for the last Bright Guy and Markman pod, Markman might have fucked that up. Can I go on a tangent real quick?
You have to listen to it on Apple Podcasts. If
Yeah,
you're looking for it,
yeah.
that's where you have to listen to it.
I want to go on a little bit of a tangent that might, or that may or may not hex our future sponsorships. Okay.
Oh.
I would like to say to Spotify and YouTube and a little bit of Twitch, I feel like the music industry needs to unclench our nuts with this music thing. Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Because y'all are making it so fucking strict to you want everybody to stream. You want everybody to stream to your platforms, but you want to allow anybody to express or partially review or share music without y'all just cracking that shit down. And Instagram too, because Instagram Live. I understand playing full versions of songs, but goddamn, can y'all like just loosen up a little bit to allow people to share music? Like that is the best way to connect with people is through streaming, through like Zooming and all this other stuff. We live in a technical digital world. Why don't you allow people to, and this is from a music lover. I want to stream and stream about music.
It feels really weird because it like they drew this line in the sand. They were like, hey, we realize that no one is owning music like they did
Right.
before, like
Right.
back in Napster, LimeWire days.
Shouts out.
We don't want anybody to fucking share it at all. Like,
At
if you're going
all.
to share it, it's going to be through us, and that's it, which feels really weird.
Which is so
Yeah.
strange. Now you got to do everything behind a paywall, like a Patreon or something like that, and you just want to share fucking music. But that's my end of that tangent. I'm happy to have the guys back. I took off last week, so that was kind of
Ooh.
crazy. I know.
Like the whole week, right?
Yeah, the whole week.
Phenomenal.
Damn, dude, how was that?
It was crazy as fuck. I mean, I was still doing like work,
Right.
but when you're gone for a week in higher ed, somebody was like, "Oh, yeah, I definitely thought you were interviewing for another job," and I was like, "Damn, no, no,
it wasn't.
nope, just resting." But I feel good. I'm glad to be here, man.
Good,
You know?
good.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you something. I don't remember what it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Brian Roush, I know. I know what your pod did last week. How you feeling, sir?
Wait, hold on. Let me hit the card.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
The pivot.
I'm feeling good. I'm happy the gang's back together.
Hell
Marcus
yeah.
and I had a great time recording 2 episodes.
We did.
Just the two of us. That was a
fun.
lot of fun. They both were also review episodes, which I wasn't expecting, but that was
Yeah.
also a lot of fun. So yeah, no, I'm happy that we're all back together. I'm feeling relaxed. I did a board game day with my friends
Oh.
yesterday. So like I was able to, Maggie was with the kids and I was able to just be with the guys. We played board games for the better part of 8 hours. It was glorious. It was amazing. We're finishing Pandemic Season 0, which if you're not familiar with the Pandemic games, you work as a team to basically stop the spread of a virus. Yes, this game was made before 2020. So
Yes, it was.
that's what I did. That's what I did yesterday, and it felt great. It was wonderful.
That's awesome. What other game? Did you just play that, or did you play other games too, Brian?
That was
We
my
played
question.
that for the majority of our time because it's a legacy game too. And if you're not familiar
Oh,
with legacy
sure.
games, essentially as you keep playing games, like the rules will change or different narratives will emerge. So it's like a little bit of like a Dungeons and Dragons component, but it's affecting the board after every time you play. Risk Legacy is my favorite legacy board game because it's so
Played Risk Legacy.
Oh my gosh, I've played Risk Legacy through at least 2 times and I started a third. I can't remember if that one ended or not, but it's just so much fun to modify the board and change stuff, put your mark on stuff. So that we got really into it. But in the past we've played stuff like Bunny Kingdom, if you're familiar with that, Boss Monster,
Monster.
all kinds of other stuff.
Bunny
yeah.
Kingdom sounds familiar, but not as. Never mind.
Not as a board game. No, that feels like a very.
There was a
different-
board, but it wasn't a game.
God damn it.
Well, I didn't play that one last time.
Well, I mean, if you did, cheers to you.
That was a few months ago. That was a few months ago, but no, we were trying to stop the spread of a virus in the 1950s.
Yeah.
That's what we were doing last.
Yeah, me too.
Brian, if
Horny
you. Brian, I'm gonna put you on the spot really quickly.
Yeah, I'm
So
ready.
if you had, like, let's say 3 hours,
Okay.
3 to 4 hours, you and your friends are getting together. What's like your top 3 go-to games, like board games?
Oh,
One-offs. Like, don't think legacy.
How close?
'cause
Wait, how close of friends are we talking with?
Like,
Like, does that
just-
matter?
board
Close enough.
games to play like with people coming over.
But I would say you're close enough that if you played Monopoly, no one would be mad at the end.
Oh, well,
You know,
that's
they would
that
understand.
Changes things.
because I played Monopoly with Maggie in 2007, and she will not play with me.
He
ever
remembers the
again.
date. That's okay. Wait, what happened in like a brief summary?
Yeah, I'm
so
kind of curious.
okay, oh my gosh, if she's listening right now, she might storm into the office that I'm recording. I don't know if she is.
Kicks down the
So,
door.
So me and my bestie Bryan Wall and his girlfriend at the time, and me and Maggie, we all got together New Year's Eve 2007, and we were like, let's play Monopoly. This is important. It's just the 4 of us. So basically, Maggie I'm going to tell you what Maggie's accusations are. Maggie accuses me of specifically not interacting or trading with her so that she would not win the game. And she thought I was doing it like to be mean, like, oh, you're my girlfriend, I'm not gonna like
Let me take
do
you down.
anything to like help you. And I was trading with Bryan and his girlfriend. She thought this was deliberate and intentional and malicious. For me, I thought I was just trying to like win the game, but she presents a very different argument to this. Anybody that's played Monopoly knows that it's like there's no in between. It's just like you're either winning or you're losing. Like that's just the nature of the game. However, we have not played it since 2007.
Well, and I think the other thing with Monopoly, I think the other problem with Monopoly is that like you know the people you're playing with, so you know who's going to trade with you and who isn't.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, this is no shots to Maggie. She is a lovely person. She feels like she'd be hard to convince to trade with. So she's not like if I had a table full of people, she's not the first person I'm picking because again, I'm trading, which means I'm probably trying to do something potentially nefarious. So I'm going to pick the weakest person at the table. So if anything, this is a compliment that she's not the weakest person at the table. And so why would I bark up a tree that I know isn't going to go my way?
Exactly.
So
that logic makes
exactly.
sense. Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
See,
Like,
you all get it.
Yeah.
But that was not how she felt. Okay. And that was what was important in the
because
moment.
the other side of that is you as a man are treating her as a woman, as a partner, as not an equal. And so so I understand. I see both sides of that. That's a tough spot to be in.
Oh, that was it was rough. It was rough. So we don't play that game. We don't play that game here. Anyway, I'd probably bust out either Wingspan, Settlers of Catan, or a game called Dominion.
I forgot the question.
So, there it is. There it is. There's my wife. She's commenting live.
Nope. Ryan purposely bankrupted me in 4 terms. And immediately later, he wanted to take me out because I normally win. Now, all of this is whatever. It was.
If it wasn't date night on New Year's Eve.
Okay, hang on a second now.
Brian,
hang on a second. I did not bankrupt.
Bankruptcy.
There were other decisions he made that were out of my control.
You were right. Maggie was watching.
I knew this would happen.
Maggie Rouse, we love you.
Oh man, this is.
Speaking of, make sure you go to lovenerds.com, TheLoveNerds.com, and you can visit the Etsy.com/shop /the Love Nerds.
Absolutely. Well, Brian, that was an incredible story. Yeah. I'm usually the type of person that tries to find the most complicated game for us to play. So I'm the person that's like, hey, everybody, hope that you're not drinking too much because these rules.
What game? I mean, listen, y'all. For the listeners, we're here to kick the shit. It's been a while since we've been together. Okay, listen, Doug. What are your 3 games?
I mean, right now, my first go-to is going to be. I want everyone and anyone to play Wingspan with me, just because it's a game I enjoy. But if it's complicated as fuck, so like it's not like you're gonna sit down and just figure that out. Like you're gonna have to play it a few times before you get it. I'm trying to think of other ones. I've played Munchkin before, which is like I
have never heard of any of these games.
Monster dungeon, sort of D&D-esque style card game. But again, it's got a couple pages of rules, so again, strap in. And then there was another game that Harrison and I played right around sometime this summer, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was called. Okay, with like the move and the vacation and everything. I just like it escaped me. But yeah, I'm usually like some form of complicated game.
Yep,
so
ditto.
Interesting, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just me. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Mark, you've been known to play Uno with family.
Oh God.
What else?
Listen, more specifically, Black Uno. Okay, whatever that means. We play. There's different rules, firehouse rules, rotate. There's different types of. We don't just play by the box rules.
Okay.
So I play with a specific set of rules that I want to make sure is understood, which is why I don't play Uno with everybody. So Uno, yes, is if that counts as a board game. There's another game I forgot it that I always play with my grandparents and my siblings, and we play during Christmas. It's the one where you have the chips and you got to get them in a row, diagonal. You have the cards in your hand, and if you have that card, you put a chip on like the playing card. Sequence. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's a number 2 for me. And then honestly, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I know it's not really that fun, but fucking oops, sorry, getting a phone call. Scrabble.
Oh, yeah, Scrabble's, yeah.
It's everybody does not like playing Scrabble, but I mean I do like playing Scrabble.
No, Scrabble's good. Just it's a good base level base strategy game. Like it feels pretty accessible to everybody, and it's words.
That's
like,
all of my games are simple. I'm not playing WinStar. I'm not playing I'm not the complicated gaming guy. I mean I will like for y'all like of course, but
Marcus, what if I told you that the game I played yesterday, Pandemic Season 0, had 14 mechanics, 14 different actions you could do in one turn, and that's like just what you can do. And then on top of that are 7 other like systems or things happening at the same time.
In one game? How long did it take y'all to play that game?
Oh, these games take like each time you play is like a month, and you have to complete 3 objectives, and each game takes about like an hour to like 90 minutes basically to do.
That doesn't sound that bad. I just saw in like Dropout. I like to watch the Dropout content with like their Dungeons and Dragons and different things like that. And Brendan Lee Mulligan said he just wrapped up a 17-year game of Dungeons and Dragons.
He's hardcore.
He is like deep in, and he was like the dungeon master. That was like a group of his friends from like all over. They came back for a week and stayed and finished this game out, and that's wild.
Yeah,
dude, that's
wild.
That's awesome. Risk used to be a game I loved to play, but I have not played it since college because again, it requires a lot of time. Sit there for a few hours. So
now I feel like I don't play enough board games. I'm gonna have to do something about that.
I mean, it's hard after. I feel like you have to make a dedicated effort after college because, like, college is just one of these perfect group living spaces where it's like it's 7 o'clock. You want to come down and we'll just do the thing, and you're like, I want to do the thing. Like,
what else is everybody else doing?
Responsibilities.
Ours was like Madden. Like I vividly remember everybody bringing their game systems down to like the central common area, and everybody bringing their little their TVs that were small, college dorm TVs. We bought it to the area. There's like one in one corner, 2 people playing on that, 2 people, and that's just like an ongoing tournament and money in the bucket. Like that was I didn't really live where people was playing board games, but. Yeah. I get it.
Yep, I absolutely get it too. Speaking of Scrabble, as you all know, I was on vacation. For a week. Here's the thing: we did. What's weird is Brittany. We were at a national park, and during the government shutdown, so like we felt really guilty because we pulled up to the gate and the park ranger at the front was like, government shutdown, we can't take any payments, enjoy your time in the park, like just basically like waved you through, which made me feel bad. But thankfully the non-profit that also helps maintain the park was working. They were doing like trash pickup from some of the like rest areas where bathrooms were open, and then they were also running one of the gift shops. And so Brittany and I bought a Hawaiian language version of Scrabble. But I don't speak Hawaiian, so this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna see how it goes.
Are you actually gonna play it?
We have not opened it, so I don't know if it's gonna be one of those things where it's like they give you like a list of like thing. Otherwise, it's gonna be like I know aloha, and that's it. Like
that's a short game.
I love how short-sighted this decision was. I absolutely adore it for you.
And here's the thing. We were both like, fuck yeah. Like we were on board. Cause again, this was like, it was like Sunday. So we only had like 2 days left. And so we were like, we've been doing this shit for 5 days. Yeah, fucking we're in it. Like, let's do this.
Okay. I was wondering where the fuck came from.
Yeah,
okay, got it. Okay,
Hawaiian language? We've been living here 5 days. What do you mean?
We've been embedded in it.
I've seen all of them, all of the different words. So, yeah.
In 5 days.
In 5 days.
In the 5 days.
Yeah. But Brittany and I both did admit that, like, that's the one language we feel like we both want to learn. No idea why. I think it's just because it's such a beautiful, like, language that it's just, like, one of those that'd be really, really cool to learn.
I have languages that I would pick, or, like, there are cultures that I think are very beautiful, or languages I would pick. One is One is the native language like Lakota or Dakota. I think that's very beautiful.
Yep, agreed.
ASL would be another one.
Mhm.
And then I would also like to speak Spanish, and then I would like to be able to speak Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah. Those would be my top ones. I think
pretty
they flow. They all flow very.
Yeah. So
know.
Spanish and Japanese are both like if you wanted to do like Duolingo, you could.
Yeah.
I think we all know my experience with Duolingo. So.
Are you still on Duolingo? Or is that done? Is that art?
Oh
done
no,
for
I
you?
left that goal.
That little bird is
In and out.
disappointed in you.
Yeah, he's
That
dead.
owl is dead, waiting on
Yeah.
me. So, great.
I have
Escape.
not played
I have not.
Grape Escape. What is Grape Escape, chat?
Yeah, Roman, post a link to Grape, like a video talking about Grape Escape in the
I don't know.
chat.
Sounds racist.
It feels a little, because all I can think of is Grape Ape from the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Magilla Gorilla. I got a gorilla for sale. Magilla Gorilla for sale. I got a. Y'all ever seen that?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's interesting.
Here we go.
But
Grape Escape. I found it. On Amazon.
it looks like Mousetrap.
Yeah, you
It
reach
does look
grape.
like Mousetrap.
You launch her to win. I don't know what we're looking at here, but you make stuff out of Play-Doh, and then the grape escape. I guess.
Not
The
racist.
squish 'em, squash 'em, obstacle race.
Oh, it's Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, man.
Look at these
Alright.
children. They're having so much fun.
Look at these diverse
Yeah.
children hanging out together.
It's
Put a
strictly
photo up.
for
Yes.
diverse children. Wait, go one over.
Ah!
It's for everybody. It's for everybody.
It's yeah. Excited white kid. Yeah. See?
really close that they were
See?
calling it Grape Escape and being like, nope, there's only one demographic. This is
Yeah, that wouldn't have gone great at all, huh?
absolutely not.
That-
I will say that
Doug is
my yeah. Let's see, it's been about 20 minutes or so. Yep, made it. I will say, in the spirit of being potentially culturally insensitive,
Uh-oh.
I did have look, we all know my affinity for languages on this podcast and my affinity for accents. And so I'm on the island of Maui having a great time. And it's like Thursday night, Friday night. And so we got back late. And so we ordered dinner. And so I went to pick it up and I waited. And then the guy said, "Hey, Doug, your order's ready." And I looked this man dead in his eyes. When he handed, he goes, "Here you go." And I went, "Thanks, Bretta." And I just walked out. Like, didn't even think twice, didn't even look back. But I got to the parking lot and I went, "Oh, what's wrong with me?" Like it was like I had blacked out and I just didn't even realize that I had thought about it. I realized I caught myself like when someone, I did this like on Sunday evening or Monday, someone let me turn, like they waited and I gave them like the shaka, as they said, like I was deeply embedded in Hawaiian culture so much that I didn't even think twice. So accents seem to get me in trouble no matter how hard I try not to let them get me in trouble.
I mean, do you think maybe it's like, hey, that's just the way of the island. That's how we talk. Like, do you felt like it was maybe one of those things of just like you were in like that?
He said he was there for 5 days. He was embedded into the
He
culture.
was embedded.
Yep, you guys, that's the threshold. That's it. That's
That's it. 5 days.
That's it, 5 days.
5 days.
That's all it takes.
Honestly,
God.
okay, I'll tell you what. Going back home to Texas, this is not the same, but going back to Texas and when I go to Louisiana, it does not take me long to pick back up. A little bit of twang or a little bit of that, talking. And when I come back here, it comes back a little bit heavier. I do also understand going to a place for 5 days and literally being surrounded by the culture of the native people and being like, okay, yeah, like for sure, kind of like coming to South Dakota and now everybody say ope.
Yep. Again, I mean, this
It's not the
front
same
half,
once again.
the front half of this vacation was me saying "ope" as like I like went around to people in the grocery store, and the growth went from "ope" to "thanks, brudda" by the end of it. Like that.
Excellent.
The best part is I told Brittany, and she said, like, she was like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I wish I had an explanation." But then Harper, she didn't understand that I said "brudda," so she kept going like, "Thanks, brother." Like she kept putting like a hard ER on
I
it.
love Harper.
So, like,
That's what I would do. Thanks, brother.
Thanks, brother. So she's like, that was her.
That's what Hulk
So,
Hogan does, except his gives me PTSD.
Basically, Harper was a miniature girl version of Hulk Hogan because she kept saying, "Thanks, brother."
Thanks, brother.
And then
Brother.
Yeah, we all laugh.
Thanks, brother.
But gentlemen, we have a whole podcast to get to, and we do have a little game that we want to play called Catch That Quotable.
Oh, baby.
Catch that
Silky
quotable.
sounds of Marcus J.
For sure.
Gentlemen, we have a special edition. We have a special edition of this week's Catch That Quotable called the Superhero Edition.
All right.
So this is from a superhero movie. Specifically, we want to know what superhero said this. Imagine if you get the movie, you'd be able to get the superhero.
Okay.
Here you go. It's not about what you deserve. It's about what you believe, and I believe in love.
Oh, God.
It's not about what you deserve. It's about what you believe, and I believe in love.
This is a corny superhero.
It is indeed.
Oh, okay. So this can be an actual superhero or a like a play on a superhero movie genre.
I would think so.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe in love.
I'll take my guess.
Okay, take a swing.
This is Wonder Woman.
Oh. Okay.
That don't sound right.
No, it sure doesn't, Marcus. It sure doesn't.
That was a great swing, though, Brian.
You know.
I'm
Marcus,
trying to.
Do you have a guess?
I'm trying to imagine. I'm trying to not gender it out, but
Okay.
Oh, well, okay.
it's got not.
Now see what Brian
Sorry.
did?
That
That's what
messed
we're not gonna do. Okay, can everybody look at Brian?
I'm
He's
sorry.
gonna be
I'm
our
sorry.
example.
That's not what I'm saying.
Brian's gonna gender it.
That's not
We're
what I meant.
not gonna gender
That
it.
game was
You're
bad
fine.
timing.
No,
Because
it's fine.
My
I'm good.
first thought was to go like, oh, this sounds like a woman character. So I also was gonna make that guess, but I was like, that's not right, Marcus. You can't do that. But Brian's guess was actually legitimately good. So, who is I believe in love? It sounds like what was that Marvel movie that the one that failed, The Eternals.
Oh, I can see that.
It sounds
Yeah.
like The Eternals, but I can't remember a single character from that movie.
I can see that. Well, it's convenient you said that because Brian is correct. This is
Oh,
Wonder Woman.
Whoa, Jesus Christ. That was a great poker face you gave.
I did. I wanted to see how you could guess, so I was waiting for you to like put yours in before I gave it to him. But yeah, this is Wonder Woman. Brian nailed it.
Roman, why are you rushing on the answer? I couldn't put my own guess in.
Caleb, no.
No.
Is that one or two?
No.
It's one.
one.
It's
Yeah.
one. Yeah, Brian, did you know that already? Like right off the rip?
I as I was thinking about it, I was like, man, Wonder Woman's like the only. We're bringing up Maggie's comment about how I bankrupted.
I
her
didn't.
Monopoly.
I didn't do that.
All right,
That might have been me. It might have been
fine.
me, and it was entirely an
fine.
accident.
It's fine. It's fine. No, I just remember that movie. I remember that movie almost like by every frame, and I was like, man, that's like the only movie where it was like, no, love, and I was like, that's nice, that's different, like
That
this
is true.
stands out. And then when Marcus said it, I was like, oh shit, like, dang it, did I maybe like misremember something, and like there's something else somewhere? Is this gonna be like a WandaVision situation? Yeah,
that
we're
line
like-
that line sounds like a. It sounds like a that superhero movie. Anybody remember that with Drake Bell, and he was like the dragonfly and the green
And the guy and Shooter McGavin.
Yeah, and they were all.
Yeah.
It was like a. It was a
Oh yeah, they did,
parody
like,
of
a
all of the superhero
movie
movies.
parody.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That was what came to mind to me first because it sounds so corny
Yes.
that line shouldn't work. but you have a really good movie with Wonder Woman where the line ended up working.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about rewatching it with the kids.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that you bring that up, Brian, because I don't remember Wonder Woman 1984 at all. But you're right. I can place the plot of the original Wonder Woman. 1984.
I remember 1984 remember than one, but that's because 1984 was bad.
I don't remember that plot at all.
Yeah.
1980. I was actually thinking about 1984 earlier today, and I was like, man, I've never gone back to that. I haven't thought about
Me
it.
neither.
I think it was because somebody was like, why didn't we get Wonder Woman 3? And I was like, whoa.
Well, I could tell you one reason.
Like, it was like one of those like lunchtime conversations with colleagues, and like, why didn't they make a trilogy? And I'm like trying to hold back of like, I have a movie podcast, I have so many opinions about this, but you're like trying not to like overwhelm someone. So, yeah.
Same reason that Tron isn't getting another fucking movie.
I will say this: after listening to your discussion about Tron, I do think we're gonna have to see that movie. Like, I do.
Yes,
like after
we will.
listening to you
We will.
talk about,
Yeah.
after listening to you talk about Jared Leto and how he seems to be the harbinger of death for any movie franchise, I think we might have to watch that.
It's so bad. I feel so bad for him, man.
I do too, because you want the guy to be successful, but at the same time, he shows up and everything goes south. So
I mean, the only franchise, now that I'm thinking about it, like that didn't harm was Blade Runner, but like Blade Runner only made a sequel. It almost isn't a sequel, like, and it's like it didn't have franchise aspirations. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't the lead.
More of an homage than it was anything else. You know what I mean? Like, it was just that movie was incredible.
All right, I have not seen the original Blade Runners. You caught me.
Ooh, it is
pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's dense, but also it's worth it. Like, it's worth it to pay attention.
Okay.
Marcus, I feel like you would like
Dune?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like you would like
Yeah.
it because it has a lot of lore in it.
Oh,
like
yeah, I
that
like
if
lore.
you just if you wanted to, you could watch that and then be like, well, now I want to know all about this specific thing, and then you're gonna go down a rabbit hole and spend 2 days there. So
I will say it's not gonna be it's not gonna be a movie that you can play Black Flag with, like, because every piece of dialogue is gonna matter. Like,
this is the second time that Brian has put Marcus on blast. and
No.
it's
That's because the last pod, I think I was playing Black Flag, and we had this discussion of like movies that what movie were we talking about? I forgot what movie we were talking about, but it was something specific.
Yeah,
that we was like, oh, can I play Black Flag while I'm watching it? Because I've been doing that a lot. Of like, I watched Blade the other day and rewatched it. Number one, that movie's still fucking good. Oh my god, I kind of understand the challenges of making another Blade movie because that one is damn near perfect. I think your runtime, the plot, the choice of actors, it's not a large cast. You know what I mean? Like, it does what it needs to do. That movie's fucking fantastic still.
Yes.
But I was able to play that partially because I had seen it already, but I watched something else. Oh, speaking of, I finished, for those of you that were concerned, Gears of War 3. I just finished that. So I finished that yesterday. Very good ending. I enjoyed that. Also, I watched on Netflix, they put out a new series, and it's, oh God, what is the name of that damn? It's based off the video game. A spy video game.
Oh, Splinter Cell.
Splinter, thank you.
Shit. I didn't know
It's 8 episodes. It's an animated series, and honestly, it was pretty good. It was an easy watch, pretty good story. So Splinter Cell on Netflix was honestly really good.
Right. That's good to know.
And then I'm going to start up, I think it's called Laser Hawk. It's on Netflix.
All right.
And I think it looks cyberpunkish. I'm not really sure.
I've watched that. I've watched that.
Did you like it?
Yes, I did like it. It is weird.
Okay.
It is like, you just kind of got to go with it.
Okay. That's my shit though.
And I appreciate it because it takes all of like a lot of Ubisoft game characters and it remixes them into this cyberpunk story.
Ooh,
I think is the best way to like just frame that entire narrative. It's really weird. I haven't seen a lot like it, but I appreciate it, and I do recommend it for people that like any of the Ubisoft games.
Oh, nice. Because I watched Cyberpunk, and that was a really good series. That got super weird.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners is
that was so good. That was a fucking fantastic. The animation in it, everything.
So
yes.
No, and this is honestly, I'm gonna give Netflix some flowers here. For every like Hallmark ripoff they have, I do feel like they have an animated project that just is super out there.
I agree.
That is totally worth your time.
I agree.
Or even just other projects. They did something called Saturday Morning. I think it was Saturday Morning Breakfast Cereal, and it was it was like a brainchild from like someone from SNL. I can't remember now. I'll try to find the
commercial for it.
Yeah, I'll try to find a name later for it. And basically they made a Netflix series that like basically paralleled like a 90s Saturday morning like show like that would play in between the cartoons, and they had like original cartoons in it. Absolutely wild. I'll find the name for it. I'll reference it back later in the pod.
Brian, also to that end, the kids and I watched a movie while we were in Hawaii called Willoughbys, which was on Netflix. And that was very good too. And very like for a kids movie, it was deep as fuck. It was like it was about these kids, and these two parents have them, but they don't really want kids. So the kids are trying to make themselves orphans, so that way they can go and like live a better life. Like it's fucking wild, but it was very, very good. Like I remember watching it and being like, "This is amazing." So you're absolutely right. Like for every not like mind-numbing, hot, frosty type of situation we have, we do get something wholesome that is also equally fun to watch.
And I was able to find it. It's called Saturday Morning All-Star Hits. And I highly recommend it for any 90s kids because Kyle Mooney, who was on SNL, created this entire 8-episode thing. And they're all a half hour each with their own original animation, and it's aimed at adults. It's all adult humor. It's very, very 90s nostalgic. There's even like a weird storyline in the background that parallels OJ. It's incredible. I highly recommend it. So there we go.
And that's where I watched Solar Opposites. I got to give Netflix their flowers too. The anime in there, like Roman mentioned, but just in general, like I was on Disney Plus, and their home screen is kind of changing because they're now incorporating those Hulu options into their regular scroll. Right, you used to pick, you used to have to go to the Hulu button to hit that, and that was all Hulu. Now they're just incorporating. I was like, why the fuck is it was some rated R movie, Hulu.
Like
Hulu got options on there.
Like Aliens, right? Like what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, like why is Alien versus Predator near Moana? Like that feels very strange, and like, but their interface is changing a little bit, and I think it's interesting because I was clicking through it, and the Netflix stuff makes it feel a little bit better, like there's more to it. But if I didn't, Disney is just it's kind of getting repetitive, and I kind of wish Disney would do more animated things like Netflix is doing. You do get some anime because whatever was on Hulu is now coming over to Disney, so you kind of get some of that in there, but I kind of wish they would take a run on doing some original content that isn't based off of their 4 branches of the government, like Star Wars, MCU.
That's fully buckets. That's perfect. I do want to say, Frarian, I've seen. I didn't want to lose this comment with you, Roman. I have not seen Frarian, but I've heard amazing things and have good reviews on Netflix for it. So, and Marcus, the movie we were talking about with Black Flag was that I watched Until Dawn, which is also available on Netflix.
Yes, and that was a horror movie. I remember this discussion.
Yes, it is a good scary movie. It is incredibly average, but like it has a good premise and it is an enjoyable watch. So for even people that don't know that it was a video game before the movie, I still recommend it. It's got a really cool premise of people reliving the same night over and over and over again. It's super creepy. I recommend it. But yeah, that is also not a Black Flag friendly movie where it's like, oh, I gotta like pay attention to this a little bit.
Can I tell you all about my quest to take directors down a peg?
Yes,
I think
you
it's very relevant. So, like as you all know, I've gotten a lot of flack for what I've watched on a plane, considering that I watched Christopher Nolan's Interstellar for the first time
That hurts
on
me.
a plane.
That does hurt
I've
my feelings.
decided that like now every plane that I get on, I'm gonna try and watch some visual masterpiece just to see, like, just to be like, look, if I have to be up in the air for an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, I want it to be an unending visual treat.
You know what? Delight my senses, Christopher.
Hey, Christopher, I can't be in the cinema, but delight me
Cinema.
because I'm sitting next to Rick, and Rick hasn't showered in 8 hours. So this is great for everybody.
Shout out Rick.
Shout out Rick.
We need. Sounds like we need to start another list for you about like movies you've watched on a plane.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we can add the following. So from
Okay.
Omaha to San Francisco, I watched Dune 2.
Love that movie. Great movie.
That's
That's fucked up. You did see that in the
I
theater.
did see that in the theater.
Okay.
Let's
else watched it on
immediate
the phone?
comparison. Which is better?
Hey, I know this sounds wild as fuck. Fucking phone, man. That's what.
No,
way.
get out.
You know the reason why? TikTok's partially responsible because I feel like I saw the clip of Timothy Chalamet yelling in his Bene Gesserit voice at the end.
yeah.
And I went, oh, now I have to watch this movie because I want to see that moment again.
That happens.
Yeah.
And then
Me with Kill Bill.
from San Francisco to Maui, I watched Return of the King, which is fucking.
How long was
but
that
again,
flight?
5 hours, so I needed a 4-hour movie.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I picked. Now that
That's
one
the
was a
extended
little
cut?
bit bigger. Yeah. So yeah, that must have been. I
That was
think
the.
so.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, I sat through that. And then now to that credit, that was the back of a plane seat screen, so it wasn't quite the same, but still.
Oh, so you got a whole other 3 inches.
I got another 3
With
inches.
fucking
which-
terrible earphones, by the way.
United lets me connect my Bluetooth headphones to
Oh,
the
okay.
screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
United does
Okay.
let you do that,
Okay,
which
that's good.
makes me
That's
like
fire.
them more.
Yep. Shout out to United. You are my preferred airline. If you'd
Yep,
like to
ditto.
sponsor us, love
Mine
to
is
have
Delta.
you do that.
Sorry.
Ooh, sorry for you.
They got fat
there-
people seats.
That's. Everyone's got their reasons.
Pepsi, Delta, Marcus, really?
I'm sorry. I don't know. What does that mean? What does it mean?
It's just, when the
Also-
brand wars happen, I don't know, man.
Also, you also want to know, I had a moment where I was like furious, but I almost took a picture. So like this past week, we took the kids to Pizza Ranch, and they switched from Coke to Pepsi. And I remember looking at the dispensers, and I went, "Motherfucker!" Like I almost took a picture of the dispenser and sent it to the both of you, being like, "Now what am I supposed to drink?"
Yeah, the Pepsi.
Pepsi Zero Sugar. It was fine.
That's the tagline: Pepsi Zero Sugar. It's fine.
It's fine. And then I can't remember for the life of me what I watched on the way back. It was another 5-hour plane ride, but I can't remember what I watched. But
What
Something
masterpiece
long.
did you desecrate on your phone screen?
Right.
I can't, like I said, can't remember. I did
Oh.
almost decide to watch the Star Wars trilogy, but I,
I
feel
was
like
just about to say, didn't you? Yeah.
Brian would have wept because they had A New Hope, Emperor Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, and I was like, "Hey,
Huh.
Brian, guess what I'm about to do?
Guess
Guess what I'm about to do to your baby, Brian."
I'm gonna
Watch
watch Yoda on a tiny screen and make him so tiny. Yeah, exactly. I
Phone
love that.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did
yeah,
you watch the original Star Wars on an airplane for a business trip, or am I misremembering?
maybe I did, like for
Yeah, you
fun.
did.
But I don't remember.
Yeah, you
Maybe I
did,
did.
but all right,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Anyway, no, I watched Rogue One on a plane.
Oh,
Oh, jeez,
that's not any better because that's a really good movie.
that's a
actually-
visual feast.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
It might actually be fundamentally worse, is what that might be. But yeah, that's what I got. But Marcus, you have 3 different ooh brackets that you want us to choose from.
Oh
Yes.
You have corrupted your hard drive in honor by selecting one of these.
No, this is the website that's okay. No,
This is
Oh,
a good
sorry,
one.
sorry.
Yeah, they
Leave-
revamped it. This is a good
Got
one.
it.
Yeah.
So, do you want to give us just numbers? How do you want us to be? How do you want this to work?
I'll leave it to y'all because Doug told me he did just give numbers and let him pick. Brian didn't seem too
It's fine.
interested in that.
no, that's fine. It's
What
fine.
would you
know
all prefer, titles or numbers?
We'll do numbers. You know what? I'm cool. I'm flexible.
Oh my God,
It's
Brian.
fine.
Brian,
I'm roll with it.
we know.
Cool guy.
I'm a
hip.
cool
I'll
guy.
go with
All
it.
right.
I'm not like a regular dad. I'm a cool dad. Okay.
We'll go 1, 2, or 3.
Doug's
Brian,
face is in
Brian,
his
you said
hands.
because Brian, I had a conversation with Brittany where I asked if people could tell that I'm trying to be a cool dad, and she said
Oh.
yes.
In
and now
Hawaii?
just in general, like
Oh.
in life. And so now I'm struggling because I feel like anyway. Brian, please pick a number.
He sounds so sad about it. I feel like
I'm gonna go 3. That's how many kids I have. So I'm gonna go 3.
Brian, that's what I was gonna pick. So nailed it.
all righty, gentlemen. Would you like to know what you picked?
Please
Yes, I
show
would.
us what we picked. Actually, show us what we didn't pick first.
Oh shit! I just closed one. I'll tell you what you didn't pick. So, the first one was going to be. Hold on, let me pull up on the screen. Which horror villain is the scariest in honor of spooky season?
Okay. All right.
The third one, which I had already canceled out of. Let me see if I can bring it back. Bring it back.
Control Shift T.
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, if you do Control.
Oh,
Shift T,
damn.
It'll just automatically
That's
pop it back.
fire.
You close it.
Video game characters with the most aura.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And then the one that you all picked was what aliens would humanity have a chance at beating?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, to be honest, I'm really
excited.
glad you got this one.
So how many rounds what do we want to do? There's only
How many different aliens are there?
there
I
are
was gonna
rounds
say
of 16.
16 is good.
Okay.
I feel like that's a sweet spot for this
man.
format.
All right, here we go, gentlemen. Your first battle, the Chitauri from the Avengers.
Are you sharing your screen? Because I am not.
Oh, it said
seeing
yes.
any.
Wait.
Oh, I didn't put it on the thing.
I can
Sorry.
fix it.
Thank
There you
you.
You're welcome.
All right. And I can zoom in a little. Let me try to zoom in a little bit. All right.
Jeez.
The Chitauri, oh Jesus, versus the Covenant from Halo.
Which one do we have a chance at beating?
Yeah, which one does humanity have a chance at beating?
I'm gonna go. Okay, going off of the lore and what I know from the movies and the games,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Chitauri because they have
Also-
like the episode 1 droid control ship thing happening, where if you blow
Mother
up
drone.
the control ship,
Mhm.
they all die or
Yeah.
stop functioning.
Yeah,
The Covenant is frightening.
yeah, they are scary. I
from
agree.
Halo.
They are smart as fuck too. So like
Yeah.
that is not a Doug. What did you say? Did you agree?
Yes, Chitauri. That's
Okay.
that for all of the reasons that I said, that all the reasons that Brian said, they do feel like it's just a matter of getting to the control ship.
All right, your next one, the Necromorph from Dead Space or the aliens from Signs, which scares the fuck out of me every time now I look back on it. The graphics aren't that good, but that shit
Signs?
would scare the fuck out of me back then.
I don't think we're beating the necromorph, so I'm gonna go ahead with the.
We're cooked if it's the necromorphs because they move fast and they're terrifying. At least the aliens from Signs, it's like, hey, you got a glass of water near you? All right, I'll be fine.
Yeah, because they
Also-
just couldn't do water, right? So if it rains,
Yeah.
they're fucked.
Yeah,
And also, I feel like they're more startling than they are scary.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it just
startled.
caught them off guard, really.
I'm so startled.
I don't know. It's it's just an alien.
E.T. or Transformers? That's crazy.
Oh,
That's crazy as fuck.
No, this
I
is
mean-
ET by a
it's
country
E.T.
mile.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you know, unless ET has some hidden skills that we don't know about, yeah, I'm going ET here.
Have you tried- all you gotta hear is Optimus give a fucking speech before he kicks our ass as humanity. Like,
With my
"Oh,
chest.
put the cube in my chest.
He's making a speech about freedom. We're dead.
Oh fuck! He's talking about
Autobots,
all-
put
he's
your
talking
foot
about-
in their meat sacks.
He's talking about all sentient beings. We're really fucked
Oh,
here, guys.
we're done.
We're cooked.
Tripods, tripod Martians from War of the Worlds or Martians from Mars Attacks.
Oh, I mean, look, I feel like the Martians from Mars Attacks, because I mean, the glass around their head, if it breaks, they're
That's
done.
it. It's over. Yep.
And again, Tom Jones was the frequency of music, so I feel like
Right.
once we figured that out, we were fine. That
Yeah.
being said, the War of the Worlds Martians, the only thing that killed them was like the common cold. So what? I mean, they
Really?
just have.
Is that-
That
Okay.
was it.
Well, I don't know if they did a good job of that in the movie, but in the Orson
Yeah.
Welles book, yes, that is essentially what
Yeah.
happened. They essentially
Yeah.
got sick. Yes.
Yeah,
I
they started dying.
remember the War of the Worlds aliens just being terrifying. I
They
remember
just
they're
big
hor-
as hell.
They are
Wow.
horrifying. But yes,
So-
the Martians, music or sickness, I can control music a little bit better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Martians.
Okay,
As a
that was a good breakdown. The Ewoks from Star Wars or the Tyranids
Oh.
from Warhammer?
We're going Ewoks 100%.
this
Tyranids
is-
are fucking
I don't know what a Tyranid
horrifying.
is.
Look, anything from Warhammer is just it's metal like amped to 1,000, and I have no interest in trying to fight those things.
So the Tyranids are essentially
Tyranids.
an unending swarm of bug-like creatures that have no other hope than to just destroy whatever's in front of them.
Jesus
So, and they won't really stop. So they sort of like in the Warhammer world, they show up to a planet and everybody's like, "Oh fuck! Like we better get the Imperium to help us with this, or we're in trouble."
Oh, it's like one of. Oh, okay, got
Yeah.
it. Okay, got it.
So,
So
yeah.
Ewoks.
Ewoks 100%.
That's fucked up, but yeah.
Oh, it's Ewoks all day, every day.
The grunts from Halo or the Flood from Halo?
Oh,
Both
jeez.
are. Ooh, the Flood is something different. I remember
The
that.
flood is so
Yeah.
far worse.
Flood
Like,
scared the fuck out of me when I first was playing Halo.
Yep.
Like that shit is crazy.
Yeah, I'm going with
No.
the grunts.
Yeah, I mean grunts. The grunts, like if there's a lot of them, yeah, it's kind of scary. But like if it's one, if you're good at soccer,
You
you're
just kick
you're
the
gonna
motherfucker.
win.
Yeah.
You know,
Punt his ass.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
pretty
cool.
much.
Aliens.
Dungeon crawler Carl.
Yeah, exactly.
Aliens from Independence Day or Death Angels from A Quiet Place?
Oh,
Ooh, that shit
this
looks
one's
terrifying.
hard.
Jesus Christ.
this one's hard.
Okay. So full disclosure, I haven't seen A Quiet Place.
Oh, any of them?
Just haven't.
Okay.
None of them. I haven't.
I'm gonna help you.
Ooh.
I'll help you with this one. I feel like I'm gonna pick the Death Angels
Yep.
because that motherfucker is all sound. Any sound, you have to shut the fuck up. Like that is it.
Yeah, it's scary. It looks scary, but if you have a Bluetooth speaker, you have an advantage.
That's
on that.
true. That's true.
So
The aliens from Independence Day, though, somebody had to go in the ship to. I mean, in the old movie, not the newer one.
Yeah.
But like they had a bunch of ships that covered the entire planet Earth. Like they had a army of ships. You had to go in there and pack them with a virus in order to get the force field to drop. So like that feels like more effort.
Yeah,
He says Quiet Place.
Chad says A Quiet Place.
And Aliens from Independence Day does require every nation in the world to work together.
And
So
that's
if we're
not gonna-
going like right now,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
going to
that
go
ain't
ahead.
happening.
That's not happening.
Yeah, somebody's
So
gonna put a
that's-
tariff on the fucking war, knowing us. So yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
Death Angels.
I'm so sorry. We don't have the metal we need because
To save the
we
fucking.
can't make a fighter jet that goes up there. You'll need to negotiate with China.
Oh great,
Ooh.
we're fucked.
Oh, it's over.
Predator versus the Navi.
This is a tough one. I don't know who I'm gonna beat. I like because like you're like, oh, I'm gonna choose the Navi over the Predator, but the Navi like
They are in abundance.
I feel like all we have to do is get one charismatic person to do his best John Smith impression, and the Navi you're done. So
Doug, that feels like you shouldn't say.
no, but he's right.
It feels wrong.
It does.
Look,
I guess that was the was that the
Avatar?
storyline from the first Avatar? Was somebody? Oh, is that the?
Little-
Oh,
it's like Fern Gully, but just blue people.
it's
oh
essentially-
no! Oh, I don't like that.
Remember,
Yeah.
it's essentially Pocahontas. It's just the genders
Oh,
are.
I don't-
That's
oh
it.
man,
A little.
Rewatch that and then rewatch Pocahontas
That's
and then
fucked up.
watch that and you're gonna go, well, fuck me. Like that's the only natural conclusion.
and he's a white savior.
Again, yep.
All right, I'll
Look,
go
I'm going the
Predator.
Navi. If we're gonna answer the question, I don't want to go up against a Predator. That dude can be invisible. He's got missiles.
Yeah. We won't because the
No.
question is which one would humanity survive, and we're not surviving a fucking predator.
No.
No, a Predator invasion. Oh my gosh.
We barely survived the Navi though, if I'm being honest. Because I mean, in the movie,
feel like
Yeah.
they're beatable. They're beatable, but it's gonna be tough. Like
You might beat them through reasoning and like by integration.
I mean,
We all get things to fuck each other with, like the braid. The xenomorph
Hold on.
or the Chitauri? I'm not fucking with no xenomorph. I'll tell you that.
no. The
His
xenomorph-
spit is acid off that alone.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
No, we can beat the Chitari because
Yes.
And they reproduce like a motherfucker. Like they
Yes.
like if you don't get all of them, you're still fucked.
Oh
So
my god, and he big.
how everybody handled a health crisis. Can you imagine people being like, "Oh no, I don't have
That's
the
true.
chest burster in me. I would know if I had a chest burster in me." And then we all know how that would happen.
Every alien movie is just a reminder of people will lie if they're put on the spot or if there are rules.
That's
They're
true.
always going to find some reason that they have to break them to get what they want. So,
Yep.
Nikki,
So-
you just
Nikki,
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
you're
I don't know
disappointed
what
with
that
my-
was for, Nikki.
I
But
feel like you're
Me either.
disappointed with my assessment of the Navi, and until you come back with your homework done, I
mean-
stand by my comment.
it caught me off guard. I tell you that.
But I mean, he's got a point. Okay.
So Signs Aliens versus E.T.
Look, E.T. is like an evolved raisin. Like, he's just going like, E.T. view and all. Like, that's all he's doing. He's not hurting anybody. I feel like pretty confident we could take on a bunch of E.T.s. No water needed, you know.
That's true. You don't have to waste a liquid, a drop of water.
Don't need nothing. You just...
Doug, E.T.
We got the head nod. The head nod for
Oh,
E.T. All right.
Gotcha.
Yes, E.T.
All right. Martians from Mars Attacks or Ewoks from Star Wars?
I mean, Ewoks, right?
Look, I'm gonna be real. Ewoks, they're sneaky.
That's what I'm saying. Like in the movie, they were on our side. However,
Look,
They also
I-
have
I-
this like cuteness factor going for them, where like I would be like, "Ooh, I gotta kill that thing," but I have to look at it. Like I don't want to do like you know what I mean. Like all it would take is for me.
Look.
It would just have to earn my trust once, and then I'd let it in the house.
look, man. Here's what I know. Here's what I know. I feel more confident beating the
easy.
Martians from Mars Attacks because I played the Ewoks game mode in Battlefront 2, where you have to fight the Ewoks at night as stormtroopers, and that is terrifying. I didn't think I would be scared, but you don't know what fear is until you got a Blast Tac E11 in the dark of a forest, and you just hear all these teddy bears coming for you.
Again,
it's monstrous.
All it has to do is earn my trust, and then I let it in the house,
Brian,
and I'm fucked.
did you see
Like
that
that's
shit?
it.
Ewoks
The
getting
Ewoks
folded,
might-
domesticated.
Maybe they get
It
domesticated.
sounds so sexual.
Oh, that is not the direction I went.
Okay, so we said Ewoks.
No, I'm saying Martians. We can. be one more thing
We're going. Martians
more
are
than the
easier to beat.
Ewok. Yeah,
I can
go
with
they're
Martians.
easier to
Yep.
beat.
Okay. All right. The Grunts versus Death Angels.
Oh, the grunts.
Grunts,
the
right?
grunts all day,
Grunts.
every day are easier to beat.
The Navi versus the Chitauri.
I mean,
That's interesting.
I don't.
I would
wanna
go Chitauri. I think the one queen bee type philosophy with the
Yeah.
if you crash this and everybody
That's
goes
true.
down.
Yeah,
That makes it a lot easier. I feel like for our
But
government.
all I have to do is destroy the Navi tree. They are both burdened by that same weakness.
One makes you a colonizer.
If I firebomb the tree, I win.
I would prefer not to do our version of colonization because I know what's going to happen to us as a country. We're going to come together for that. And I don't want us to come together for destroying the tree of life.
100%.
That just does not. So I'm going to pick the Chitauri just because.
Sorry,
Yeah. I'm
all
sorry.
nations can agree on shooting a nuke. At
yeah.
100%.
The one with we'll tear the tree down and come together. Ooh, another race to hate. Yeah, that's not going to be great. E.T. or Martian Mars Attack.
Say what you want about people from south of the border. I fucking hate blue people, so I think we can all
Yeah,
agree
you see,
with that, right?
you see, it's too. You see how quickly they got like the robot and the clankers thing. I don't even like hearing people say it no more because I feel like they are just like it just happens too quickly. That's it. That's it.
I'm with you. I see how we can get there.
It's
like,
E.T., right?
I don't understand how it's not ET at the end of the
I
day.
feel like I see where this is going. So the grunts versus the Chitauri.
Definitely grunts.
Yeah, definitely grunts.
Definitely grunts. Oh, really?
And,
all I
like,
have
if a
to do is-
dozen of those show up on my street outside my house, it's like I just need a broom. Like, I'm good.
That's
like
broom or
you
a bat.
know?
Damn.
Yeah, broom or a bat, you're all set.
Okay.
Like, you know,
Grunts versus E.T.
it's ET.
I think Bryan does not like E.T. I think I figured out something about.
Like, no, it's just he's like he's a raisin in the sun for too long, and he's just like, just like kind of waddling around. I cannot
like
see
a
any
turd.
type of threat from this being at all. So if you're telling me it's like, hey, there's like 10 ETs outside, I'd be like, that's great. I'll just like get my car, I guess.
What
Like,
if I
don't
saw
know.
like? What if you saw 50 ETs on the street though? Does that change it for you? Like the
No.
amount of these?
Nope, because all I need is a
No.
big bag of Reese's Pieces, and they're all taken care of.
I mean, it just
There's
feels
even
like
a
I just-
non-violent option. Even
That's
if I
true.
don't want to
That's
kill them,
true.
all I have to
Yeah.
do is give them candy, and we're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Actually, you're right, Doug. I'm a little scared of myself that I immediately went to violence with E.T., which
No,
is a
Brian,
movie about how
Brian,
we
Brian.
don't need to be scared of aliens.
Brian, don't sweat it. It's tough times we're living in at the moment. I get it.
You know, I learned something about myself.
That's right, brother.
Like,
Hey, don't sweat it, brother.
like it says a lot about me. I'm like, I'd be more worried about the cleanup of killing all the ETs than like actually taking them out. Like, oh, that's gonna be
Wasn't
messy.
it? Oh, I think that was like a robot chicken skit, but it turned out E.T. They were like E.T. was he was like not a smart E.T. version of the other aliens. Like the other E.T.s could talk in full
Yes.
language and all their fingers glowed, and they were like he was not.
And
It's
again,
our-
all you have to do is give them plastic. All you have to do is give them Reese's Pieces, or stick them in plastic bubbles, and they literally wither away. Like there
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
multiple options for resolving this.
Yes.
Well, E.T. won. Quiz. Yeah, everybody else
Yep.
picked E.T. 41.9. Ewoks were second, and Predator was third.
who is picking Predator?
That's
No one's
over.
picking
That's crazy,
Predator.
actually.
Like,
And
is that
Predator has a 52% win rate. There are
Yeah.
a lot of. This just goes to show that there are a lot of dudes that are like, yeah, dude, one-on-one, I could take a Predator, no problem.
it's totally these like A-type chuds that are like, look, man, all you gotta do is wrestle it in the mud and you win. Like, are you kidding? Predator has a missile system on his body.
Yeah.
Like, you're
Hey,
not
hey.
even.
Hey, Jeremy, you do CrossFit twice a week. Let's fucking calm down here, Bubba. Like, it's not.
Bubba? Did
like,
you call him Bubba?
I did. Hey, like, look, buddy. You do that twice a week. It literally has knives attached to its forearms. Like, let's relax here.
I'm not
for a
running that
minute.
motherfucker in that dark alley for sure.
Like,
It
yeah.
shows up once. All it has to do is do the
Yeah.
talking like this thing, and
Right.
I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm done. Like, I have a family. I don't need to mess with that. Like, no, I'm good. Whatever you need, Mr. Predator. Do you need a sandwich? Like,
Do you need a
Like-
sandwich?
I'm not fighting you. I'm not fighting you.
I am trying to figure out whatever sign I can give it that I will do its laundry, so that way it doesn't kill me. Like whatever it is.
Oh.
Brian, Marcus, thank you for leading us. Through
Hey.
that was helpful.
Thank you for participating. That was great.
Brian, you
Hello.
posted in the chat prior to that you
I sure
wanted to have talk about some Star Wars information. that
Hell
I would
yeah.
love for you to lead
I
us
sure
in.
did.
So what do you got, sir?
So some interesting information came out today via Forbes. Well, it came out yesterday. I apologize. Yesterday afternoon, but we're highlighting it now today, October 20th. So Star Wars, all of the profits from the Disney-led Star Wars movies have now been made public information. And I'll get to that in a little bit. But Forbes put together a nice piece showing what the official profit line was from Disney based on the 5 movies that they've made with the Star Wars brand since they purchased it. I found this fascinating, and I thought I would bring it since we covered this beat a little bit from the little business and economic side. Not a ton of surprises, but some interesting stuff here just on how, like, what Disney got from this adventure into making Star Wars movies. Now, I think it's important to say here that we get this official information because these movies were made in the United Kingdom. And when you make movies in the United Kingdom, you have to disclose what your profit is. It is a reason, not a reason, but it's one of the agreements you make when you make a movie in the United Kingdom. And why would they do that, you might say? Because you will get at least 10% of the core cost of your movie. 10% of it will come back to you. The UK will give you 10% of your movie's budget if you make the movie in their country. So that is how we were able to get this information. And that's where these statements come from. Yeah, dude, did I cut you off? Did you have a question?
No, I was just gonna make a joke. It's like tithes.
It's like what?
It's like tithes and offering. It's like tithing in church. Sorry, keep going. Not important.
Fine. I'm just not expecting anything tonight. I love it.
That's why when the gang is back. Sorry, keep going.
Look, gang, we're here. So essentially what this all came down to is they put together this nice graph, this nice, just wonderful spreadsheet of information. And for our listeners who aren't able to see this graphic, basically what you're able to see here is the cost of the film, the tax credit they got, the net spending that they had, what the 50% of the box office was, because that is the money that Disney was taking back, their profit loss number, the official profit loss number, and their return on investment. There were 3 things here that I wanted to point out, and I'm just going to start with the super obvious that the official profit line for 2019's The Rise of Skywalker was $48.3 million on a cost of $593.7 million. Just gonna let that sit, because
Bryan,
that
is this just the profit loss in the UK, or is this globally?
This is global.
Ooh,
this is what the company has now officially recorded. Yeah.
Man.
Now, like, I think it's important to say this does not include things like chat. I know slang. Look, this does not include
He's a cool dad
stuff. Yeah, I'm a cool dad. It doesn't include stuff like toys or merchandise or like buying that popcorn bucket, whatever it was. I don't know, whatever.
Fuckable bucket.
Yeah, exactly. The bucket.
bucket you can fuck.
I didn't know how to land that plane.
The fuck it.
Anyway,
The fuck buck.
the bucket that you do with what you will. Anyway,
Doug said the fucking the bucket.
honestly, I feel like Dune started this trend, and I'm not entirely mad about it.
It brought back the popcorn merchandise. I'm not mad at that.
did.
Like I like that.
Yeah, just Dirty Minds drove popcorn bucket sales. Yeah. It's fine. Anyway, that's nuts that $1 billion corporation put almost $600 million into a movie only to get $48.3 million back as a profit.
That's wild.
They had a 9% return on their investment, which is abhorrent for any business person. Like, that's just, it's awful. So there's a lot of things with Rise of Skywalker that are bad, but when you look at it on a spreadsheet, that's atrocious. Also, I think it's important to note here that is the last movie that Lucasfilm Disney has made, and I think it is the reason that they have only done TV shows for the past 6 years.
Oh yeah,
because they did Rise of Skywalker, and they were like, nah, like, we're not doing it. We're not doing that again anytime soon until we know exactly what this is going to look like, which makes sense. And that's why it stayed in the TV space, I feel like, for now close to 7 years.
the fall off from The Force Awakens to the fall off from A Force Awakens to to Rise of Skywalker. Like if you put this in chronological order, it's
Oh, yeah.
insane because they were like, we crushed it. And then
Yep.
the next one, okay, so we didn't like crush it, but we didn't
Right.
do like terrible. And
Yeah.
then the last, oh Jesus, that chronological order is insane because those last three are
Yep.
not. Even though Rogue One, I think, is a great movie, and I think it's a victim of the fact that it was a creative risk that they took,
Yeah.
right? Because I mean, it's not. It's basically an origin story for the Death Star, like, and so like I see what
Yeah.
it's almost like an outlier, but that's still that last like 2016, 17, 18. That's wild.
Yep.
What is
That-
the so Force Awakens is first in the trilogy, then
Yes.
Last Jedi, then Rise of Skywalker, right?
Yes.
What is it? What do you associate this, Brian? Do you, in your opinion of the movies themselves, does this
Yeah.
align with the reflection of like the results?
I mean, I think that The Force Awakens is basically there's so many things happening there. And I've talked about this before a little bit, but in summary, that movie is an apology, it's a fresh start, it's a revision, and it is satisfying a demand that had been pent up for over 10 years. So in my opinion, any Star Wars story that was going to come out at that point was going to do gangbusters because like the Revenge and it moved the story forward too. I feel like that's important to know because Revenge of the Sith, while a new Star Wars movie, it didn't move the plot anywhere. It just told you the story of how Darth Vader came to be.
That's true.
The idea that you got to see the next installment after Return of the Jedi, like Christmas of 2015, that blew everybody away. I mean, that movie. I mean, the they don't have it here, but the revenue for that movie was like $2 billion. Like
Christ.
it was unreal. Like the 50% of their box office was $1 billion. Like they made a cool
Jesus.
billion immediately. So
That's
I think that was the
wild.
reason Force Awakens did so well. And I think part of one of like the original sins of Disney Star Wars movie making here was the idea that they could just replicate that immediately without a plan.
Yeah.
And that's how you get the kerfuffle that is The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi, one of my favorite Star Wars movies. However, I'm not surprised at the fall off after Force Awakens because then you get to the profit loss of 324 million, which is distinctly lower than The Force Awakens, but there was a lot of weird word of mouth stuff happening. There was like the need for it wasn't there as much. They're like, I had a Star Wars movie like 2 years ago. Like I'm okay. Like for people in that boat, that's how it affected it. I still want to point out though, $324 million for a profit loss number. That's amazing. Like that's the number you want to see. 50% of their box office was $667 million. Like they had a 94% return on their investment.
Yeah.
Like that's good. That is good. That's good business. And that movie did well. And that was the second thing I wanted to point out with Last Jedi. And then the last thing I wanted to point out was Solo: A Star Wars Story. Just cratered. I mean, it cannot be overstated how poorly this movie performed on a cost of $365 million and then took a loss of $103 million. That is just woof for a Star Wars movie.
I didn't know if it
I mean,
was that bad.
Their profit loss for all 5 of these movies is still well over $1 billion.
Oh yeah. Like I'm not shedding any tears. This is purely
No.
just like, whoa, check this out.
No. It's just interesting to me
Yeah.
that the sum of the parts can oftentimes be weighed so heavily on an individual in like an individual piece. Like, and I think it's just interesting to say like it's just interesting where like the economics and the public opinion sort of like the crossroad happens because the movies themselves are measured by the last installment. So I feel like even though this movie, much of them overall really aren't terrible, it's all because the Rise of Skywalker didn't deliver on some expectations, and it was kind of a convoluted mess at times. That we can still go, but it's still. I mean, overall, the Disney properties are still profitable. So it's just interesting to me.
Can I also
anyway,
blame social media? Because I feel like I want to slide that in there. Like
You
I feel like
absolutely
that run, that 2016 is maybe the last era where social media didn't maybe play as much of a part in the
I'd agree with
opinions
that.
of other watching
well said.
movies, right? And so, like to Doug's point and everybody's point, part of that is when people went to social media first to get their opinions on if they should go see a movie in the theater or not.
Yeah.
Instead of going to go see it for themselves, like The Force Awakens was, you saw the movie poster. Like I remember seeing that movie poster with Finn specifically. My dumb ass thinking they were actually going to give us a Black Jedi, but whatever, right? You know what I mean? And that first opening scene where you get, where you see Rey and lights up the and we see what the story is. So
yeah. And I think, honestly, this is basically, the reason they haven't, this entire grid is the reason they haven't made a movie in 6 years, which I think is nuts, which is absolutely nuts. And I think it's so funny to me that they got scared off after Rise of Skywalker, because I think one of the great things about the internet and about this movie making process is you get that immediate feedback. Like people told you what they didn't like immediely about Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
And I feel like that could have been used as a springboard to create something new right away. But it was it seemed very clear they wanted to be like, we just want to do the safe stuff, which you see how that's kind of panned out, because now they're kind of at risk of having Star Wars turn into this brand that is only Disney like TV shows. And I think that is why the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, they're going to push really hard with like kind of the Rogue One energy of just like, it's fun. It's Star Wars. Like it's just going to be a fun Star Wars movie.
That's so safe.
Like that is why
safe.
I feel like that's what they're doing with Mandalorian and Grogu. Even the trailer, right? We didn't even get that much of a story. It was just like whiz bang, spaceship, Sigourney Weaver, Grogu, AT-AT falling off a cliff. Like, yeah, those are all things I like, and it's pretty hard to screw that up to me. And I'm not knocking them. I'm not knocking them at all, because I feel like they need to gain confidence with Mandalorian and Grogu and Starfighter before they start thinking about what that Rey movie is going to be. That's what, from seeing this data, that's what it feels like Disney Star Wars is doing right now.
I wouldn't have a problem with that bait and switch if you had the switch. You know what I mean? Like if you had on the back end of the Grogu, which is great. You need that for new fans, kids to sell the toys, the Legos, all that kind of stuff. I also would like a Star Wars movie with some substance. One of the things that Star Wars projects that sticks to me, like grits to my stomach, is the Obi-Wan series. Like I know that there's a lot of people that maybe that didn't enjoy that. I thought that was one of the better Star Wars projects, without me seeing the one Bryan always recommends that we watch, which is
Rogue One.
The second Andor.
Yeah. Go watch that.
So like, other than that, but Obi-Wan is the one that really, I don't know, I enjoyed that. It's the last one that I remember.
Yeah, and I think there's also something to that, Marcus, because that was supposed to be a movie. And so I think they were taking like a cinematic movie storyline and
putting it into a series. And that's what ruined that, to be honest with you, because the pacing and coming out week to week is ruining a lot of the things that we can clearly see are meant to be movies that you turn to series. I think that's what messed up Marvel Zombies was. I watched it. It was fine, but it would have been better if you would have just kept it as a full-length thing and stopped trying to split it up.
Yeah, and oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe I'll talk about Marvel Zombies in depth next week, but there is a rumor that it was supposed to be a movie, but because they wanted Spider-Man, they had to break it up into a show because only Sony, per the contract, can make Spider-Man movies. So that would be really interesting if that changed the trajectory of that project at all. So
I'll put this little other Star Wars teaser out there for you, Bryan. I read it before I got on here. But there was two things I thought was funny. That George Lucas, somebody had asked him like, "Do you still think about Star Wars?" And basically his answer was like, "No, I sold it to Disney and I have a life to live." I thought that was funny as fuck.
Honestly, good for him. Like,
what else am I supposed to do? Like,
well, and after the prequel backlash, I don't blame him at all. I do not blame him at all that he wanted to wash hands of this thing that like he worked on forever, and then it got to a point where like everybody was like, you didn't do it the way I wanted you to, and he's like, it's my thing. But like everybody was like so mad at him that he's like, I'm done. Like, I'm out.
I made this shit. You gonna tell me what the fuck it should be? Like,
this is the part that always kind of blew my mind. Like, I was never like a fervent defender of Episode 1, but like, you got more Star Wars. Who cares if it's 100% good? Yeah. You got more Star Wars. Like, why are you complaining at the guy who makes the thing you like? But it was a different time. It was the 90s. You know, people still wrote hate mail by hand. You know,
that is true.
So it's hard to explain, really.
And the last one was that apparently, who's my guy that doesn't like to watch himself in movies?
It's Kylo Ren. The goofiest looking guy,
Adam Driver. He apparently wanted to direct a Finding Ben Solo movie, but Disney told him, Lucasfilms loved it, but Disney told him no. How they didn't understand how he could be alive. I'll let y'all go find that. Man. Yeah.
Nobody's ever really gone.
Yeah. Disney is fucking some shit up. I don't know if it's Bob Iger. I don't know if it's you're oversimplifying the game.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not even that. It's oversimplification because of risk aversion.
Yeah,
because
you're scared. You're scared.
They were. I think, to be honest with you, I think it's a combination of Iger trying to It's this sense of like, because they do this all that. Sorry for the big like corporate and corporate, but like really the reason for this is that like Chapek spent money frivolously.
Yes.
On things that did not have a clear return on investment.
That's true.
And because he spent money frivolously on things that did not have a clear return on investment, the strategy then, the new old CEO is going to come in and going to be like, well, we got to get our spending under control. That's what he was hired to do. Was Iger was profitable by not like taking them too far into the red. And so that's the reason why he was hired. And so that's kind of, so it's risk aversion in an effort to balance the budget, which doesn't work.
But
in the creative space.
Yep. Exactly.
Because in the creative space, you can't starve projects. Like I hate to say this, but like in a creative space, when you have that amount of money and you want to do these big visionary things, you can't do them cheaply. Like you either have to do them or not. Yeah. And if you're going to say, I don't want to do them, that's fine. But don't tease us into thinking that you will eventually. Yeah. When you have no intention of going down that road.
And that's, I think that's the problem is eventually you can, I'm trying to figure out a good reference. I'm thinking baseball. Like you got to take a couple of those, right? Those pitches, right? You got to take a couple of those. But eventually you do have to knock some shit out of the park. And I think that's what I'm waiting for. It happened with Endgame. Yep. But that was how long ago?
You got to swing the bat. Like
you got to swing. And is it Doomsday? Is it Secret Wars? Are you building up for something? But what is it?
No, I'm here to say that they think Doomsday. I guarantee you, in that boardroom, they think Doomsday is going to solve.
It's going to be the fucking hit.
Jesus Christ. I'm concerned it's not that.
It's something. It ain't that, but it's something. I mean, I don't deny that it's something. It definitely is, but it's not what they want it to be.
Not if you keep half-assing the scripts and everything like you have been and giving us fan fuel. Like if you the reason Endgame was successful was because it brought together the characters that we loved with a story that mattered. And I think that's the biggest difference. Now, if you just throw in a bunch of our favorite people on a fucking screen, which I've heard a rumor and I've seen it multiple times on X, so take it with a grain of salt, that like Doomsday is really just X-Men versus the Avengers.
It's like
that's
not it.
that's it.
I really
right?
hope that's not it.
If
So
that's
and
it, I'm
then
gonna be
and
fucking
with
livid.
so like I just feel like with some of the things that I have been seeing. Remember we saw that holographic light show at Disney parks that we watched, or I sent it in the chat. It was only highlighted. It highlighted Doom, but it
Right.
really highlighted the X-Men because it played the X-Men logo and the Avengers logo. So that's why everybody's saying it's going to be Avengers versus X-Men with a little bit of Doomsday in there. Now, don't fucking matter to me. Brian, that was
Yeah.
great. Doug, that was
Oh.
great.
Well,
Thanks.
Brian. To your point is that like they keep taking these big swings
Yeah.
on Marvel. When if you bring up those numbers again, I mean, again,
Jeez Louise.
the series overall, the series of what they
Yeah.
owned with Star Wars
Mm-hmm.
was profitable in the long game.
Yes, it
But
was.
we haven't had a movie in 6 years.
Nope.
So like
No.
they keep going back to this well,
Yeah.
even if the Marvel well might be a little bit tapped out, why not? I'm so surprised that they
Yeah.
haven't tried to give us a movie sooner.
Is
You know what I
there-
mean?
Totally.
To break it up.
Is
Yes.
is it that hard, Brian? And maybe there's lore to the Star Wars that I
Oh,
don't
boy.
know. Is it like James Bond with a lightsaber that anybody can be a Jedi, and like should they go the route of like Pedro Pascal, cast him and put a lightsaber in his hand, or you know, pick a person, put a lightsaber in their hand and tell a good story? Or is that too oversaturated?
I think that is probably too oversaturated, and I think that with Star Wars, what made it stand out was basically it was the hero's journey done incredibly well in a sci-fi environment,
Okay.
and and that was it. That was basically it. And George Lucas also, he had a good team, because the original idea that he had, it's great. It's this saga with a clear start and end point. And he did have people give him ideas that he like actually took along the way. Episode 1 is where he surrounded himself with yes men, and you saw where that got him. And like even episode 2 isn't great, but you can tell he's taking feedback for other elements of his storytelling, which is how you get Revenge of the Sith being one of the best Star Wars movies.
That's a great movie.
Like that's
it.
how you get there. And so Star Wars kind of thrives on this familial like saga of, I know this, the son of so and so is this person to bring balance to this eternal thing, and you need a little bit of wind up to do that.
That's true.
And
That's
I
true.
think putting off like one-off projects is hard because so much of that is attached, which is why I feel like Disney has found success without any lightsabers involved, if I'm going to use that term, like with your Rogue One, with your Andor, with
Grogu and
with Mandalorian and Grogu to a certain extent, because you're able to tell these stories without any of that baggage. And so if they want to get back on this like Star Wars like meat and potatoes train, like where they get these big juggernaut numbers, someone is going to have the unenviable task of creating another saga.
Yep.
And that is that
Yep.
I'm someone more creative than me can probably figure that out. But me looking at it with all this knowledge is like, how do you make a new, at least bare minimum 3-movie saga with all of the baggage that we have
That's true.
right now?
That's
How do
tough.
you do that? I think there's a way to do it. I have an idea of how you would do it. But to make it good for a lot of people, that's going to be a lot of creative energy.
And
Great
again,
answer.
a lot of creative energy and a lot of money and a lot of time
And trust.
given
people.
where Disney as a corporation right now, they are not a corporate entity that wants to spend money to make money. They
And
want
us in the world,
and-
the world's not in a place for
us
us to take those kind of risks.
No, they want to spend as
gosh.
little
Yeah.
money as possible that to maximize profit. That is what this is.
Yeah. I mean, no, honestly, it would probably need like a 2-year writer's room to figure out what would even click as a story, and then click as something that Disney would put out, right?
Yep.
Because like that would be the second layer, because you could come up with like a metal as hell Star Wars story, but they're like, that's not going to test well with girls 5 through 14. So
That's true.
No back, you know.
Too much statistics in the movie. Make the shit you think is right.
right?
And again, the other thing I think would also happen is Star Wars is a very like politically charged environment.
Oh,
So I
God.
could
Yep.
see Disney being like,
Yep.
nope, that could be construed as so and so, or that could
Yeah.
be construed as like I
And they
don't.
will get attacked.
I
Oh,
do-
yeah.
they would. They'll be like, oh, look at that. Like, so I think that there's a lot of things environmentally that are difficult at the moment.
Yep.
Which is a
Yep.
bummer.
Speaking of franchises that we hold dearly that may die
Yes.
on a fucking cliff, can I show
Excellent.
you all a trailer?
I would
Please.
love to see a trailer, Marcus.
Please share a trailer.
Awesome. 1 second.
Awesome.
So we had talked on this pod about a Power Rangers miniseries that kind of came out, that's coming out, and it's like Power Rangers, and it's the Ninja Kids. It's called Ninja Kids. It's like a miniseries that got super popular from somewhere, right? And they're making a show about it. We kind of saw a tease of some of the suits and stuff that was in this. And we was like, man, those suits look really good. Because I thought it was from the new Disney series. Y'all know me. I've been begging Disney to just buy the Power Rangers franchise because nobody's really doing anything with it. And so I want you all to just watch this trailer. I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to play it straight through. And I want your honest reactions to what you see in it. Everybody ready?
Yeah, ready when you are.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, there's no sound.
I don't have sound. Here it is.
Playtime's over, children.
It's morphin' time.
Okay. All right, that's cool.
You are unworthy of that suit.
The dragon has struck again, infiltrating a high-clearance science facility.
The crystal is my
Green
only
Ranger.
purpose. Jason, you must rise.
We look awesome, don't we?
Don't forget to subscribe.
I don't like that.
I don't like that
So, gentlemen, tell me your first thoughts on that.
either. Rating it based off the last thing I heard. I don't know. Just kidding.
So, hang on. Let me get a little bit of context. Ninja Kids, are they like influencers? Is that what I'm getting from this? Do we know that?
I don't know. There's some miniseries that became popular that got an increased budget, and it seems like it was like an indie kind of thing or miniseries. That's all I really know. I haven't been able to find a lot of information about it.
Okay.
To be honest, that
all
looks
right.
pretty good. I mean, having no idea what their budget is, that looks pretty fucking good. Like, I'm not like not gonna
visually
lie to
it
you.
looks good.
Visually, it's good. It's really hard to gather like plot from there and like who's who, but based on like the visuals and the overall creating a Power Rangers vibe, I would say they nailed it. I mean, I'd love to know a little bit more about how it was made and so on and so forth. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, visually, it looks good. I mean, they nailed the suits, and I feel pretty good about that Zed, the Lord Zed that they have.
I
in
like
that
the
trailer.
lore of having him have a suit essentially, which
Yes,
is
I
I
do
thought
too.
dug that. That's kind of a cool concept.
Yeah, the Goldar, I'm not gonna lie, the Goldar looked a little rough. But also I thought it was a choice that they zoomed in on it, which like in the Power Rangers TV show, they did like a
would've done
10-foot rule with Goldar. Like you never got close to Goldar because it's like he's like a weird bear beast.
They also
Goldar.
never
It's
really
not
got
gonna
too
look-
close to any of the villains for that exact reason of like we're not gonna they're not we don't want to get too close because then the suit will be problematic.
All right, I'm gonna tell you all the problem with this series
Okay, what's up?
and the feedback that majority of people got. Because now this is not the official page. The trailer got released on the Ninja Kids official YouTube, but it is now unlisted, and that is because they got pushback because of the AI that they used in this trailer.
Oh no!
So if you look at the face of Goldar, that's why things
my
are looking
gosh.
off. if you
That's
look,
why it
so
didn't
I'm gonna
look
play
right.
this again, right? No sound. But if look at Goldar,
Yeah.
look at the transformation of Zed, look at the transformation of the Rangers, right?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's
So
AI.
That is
they're
100% AI.
so the push. See, even their transformation as Rangers is like that's an AI transformation, right? So the suits here, when they're in real life, you know, the suits, they look good. But even that transformation from his helmet, like it makes their face look weird. So they got a lot of pushback about using AI and not putting effort towards the franchise. And there was some responses of people saying the same thing, kind of like what Doug was saying, of like, well, you know, listen, isn't it about the story we're telling, and we don't have like a Disney budget? We should look at the story we're telling and not necessarily how we're using AI. Like, we're using it as a resource because we don't have that kind of a budget. And some people were just saying, like, it doesn't cost that much to, you know, get a visual effects artist or to find an alternative. Because even old school Power Rangers, it wasn't that fucking fantastic. Just got a green screen. You know what I mean? Like, you put them in front of a green screen and add some effects in there.
You never ever saw them transform. You saw them announce who they were, and then they would jump down from a tall destination downward at a camera, and they would suddenly be in suit, and we would be like, "Oh fuck!" Like it's just like you don't need to see
and
them
smoke, colored smoke, right?
Colored smoke.
So like that is why I wanted to show this trailer, because I mean it's like you see it feels like Uncanny Valley.
It's so
bit,
glossy.
yeah.
It's
so
glossy, and it feels like it's covered in plastic wrap.
Yes.
Which is, I'm so happy. I don't want to pat myself on the back too hard, but I'm like, the Goldar is what immediately
give
set
away
me off, because
Yeah.
it was like something doesn't feel right here, and that's why it looks bad. And now,
The mouth,
like when
you
you
know what
took
it was?
go ahead.
It's the mouth.
It is
Like,
the mouth.
His mouth
Yeah.
was moving almost too much, and
Yeah.
that's to me where I was like, "Why would you show the mouth move? That's where the suit fails. Like,
Now,
the suit's gonna fail at the mouth."
I'll say this as a fan growing up with Power Rangers, right? I feel like growing up as a kid watching, I then realize, you know, as an adult, I feel like a lot of the feedback from the Power Rangers franchise is coming from 90s kids and fans of the series as an adult, being able to look back on this and know the clear difference between AI. As a student, as a kid, if I'm a kid watching this and I'm growing up in the world of AI, eventually their eyes will be developed enough to, like, they'll get used to that glossy look. They'll get used to seeing they'll grow up in it, where claymation and all that other stuff that they were doing with the putties, or like being able to transition from a Japanese, like from the Japanese footage to the American footage that they had in there. Like, I didn't realize that till later. Kids watching this, they might not give a fuck about the AI portion, and that might be part of their world now, where they're like, I saw this on Twitch or something else the other day. I just think the Power Rangers franchise has to make a decision on what you want this to be. Yeah. Because there's too much potential for this franchise to fail the way that it's failing forward.
And I think it's weird. I think it's weird that, well, maybe it's not weird, but I find it strange they're giving all of the Power Ranger like sets, props, resources to this YouTube channel. I just did a cursory look. Ninja Kids is a YouTube channel of and basically influencers of them doing martial arts and gymnastics.
Oh,
which, like,
it's independent. Okay, all right.
So like,
not a studio.
Like, so I understand. Okay, I understand kind of like the thought process here of what they're trying to do.
Right.
I do find it strange though, for a brand like Power Rangers, why are we spending time, energy, and treasure on this influencer channel when we know we're in the process of rebooting,
of making it right? Right.
And it seems weird to me.
It does feel like Power Rangers said, "Yeah, go ahead, we're fine, but we are not gonna give you any of our really valuable resources, which would be like our effects artists or anything like that. So you're gonna have to figure out this themselves." And they went, "Fuck, like we don't have a budget to like get that figured out, so we're just gonna have to AI it, like, and hope nobody notices."
I feel like, and I know this is going to keep popping up, and I know for independent folks, AI for visualization stuff like this is super helpful, right? You don't need a team of animators to do it, but I feel like it's at this cost of, I don't know. I don't know how it makes me feel. It doesn't make me feel good, I guess, is where it's at. It also doesn't look good. I think that's the other thing, is it does not hold a candle to any other visual effects.
Like this looks good.
That's because no AI.
There's no AI
in this crystal hallway scene, by the way.
And you could have, and that looks good. And you can have a really great story, right? Like this. Now this, not this. I don't know what the fuck going on there. Like you know what I mean?
You didn't like the dinosaur?
No. And this looks good.
I would love it if there was a training montage where they had to fight a dinosaur to get their powers. That I would pay to watch that.
Well, and isn't that the charm too? A little bit about Power Rangers of like having these big aspirations with not a huge budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be using AI special effects for Power Rangers for a variety of reasons. Yeah. But yeah, no, that trailer definitely looks off, and I feel like that pushback is well deserved for using AI for something like that. That's wild. I'm really happy you brought that.
Yeah, it's crazy out here, man.
Yeah, that is really crazy. Yeah, I didn't. Interesting. I wonder, I mean, we're going to see, like you said, I do think you're right, Marcus. I do think we're going to see more of that as we continue on, because people's eyes will start to get used to it. But old people won't know the difference, and the young people will grow up in it. So it just leaves everybody in between.
Us. So it leaves us to be like, that's basically. AI. That's AI.
We are the world.
Dad, shut up. You don't understand. It looks too shiny. It's not supposed to be shiny.
Back in my day, those were people in costumes.
No, we're gonna be at the home. You don't understand. We're gonna be at the home, and we're gonna be watching,
doing this podcast,
these shows. We probably are gonna be recording this podcast because it's gonna be like the 3 to 4 o'clock fun activity for the oldies.
In our meta glasses.
Oh my gosh. And no, I'm going to be freaking
Bryan,
out.
How old are we in this scenario?
I mean, we're like in our 70s, like if we can retire. Otherwise, we're living in a group home because we can't afford a house anymore. But
we're living in an Airbnb trying to fund this podcast.
No, my point being is we're going to be screaming at the TV like it didn't used to be this plasticky and shiny. Like, okay, like sit down, Grandpa. It's like, you don't understand. It looks too good. Like, and
I shit like, myself. That's all I got, man.
Where am I?
Where's my daughter? You don't have a daughter. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was awesome. Thank you for sharing. Gentlemen, anything else that you all have before we close this one out?
No. Ending on the old folks home and us screaming about AI looking too good is I think a good place to end.
That's a great place.
I would agree. It's a great place. Gentlemen, what do you all have to plug this week?
Hey folks, we talked about her at the beginning of the pod and how I bankrupted my wife in 4 turns in Monopoly. So you should go over to her website, thelovenerds.com. She's pretty great. She's not great at Monopoly, but she's pretty great, and she runs her own business.
You have to go to bed tonight.
Etsy.com/shop/thelovenerds to go support her and play a game of Monopoly.
Maggie, I haven't played you in Monopoly, so I can't thoroughly assess your skills.
Maggie, you got it. I ain't even gonna challenge you. You got it, man.
No, it's fine. Marcus, what do you got?
Hey, make sure you follow the mantra, man. Never offended, always humble. New music is on the way very, very soon. Yeah. Possibly this Sunday or the next. I'm sorry about the pop-up pods. I'm trying to find a better way to do the pop-up pods, since the music is part of the pop-up pod experience is building community playlists. And we may still build the community playlist, but we just can't play the music on air, which is whack as fuck. But I'm gonna figure out a new way to do pop-up pods. Maybe start doing interviews and interviewing some people. I got some people I want to hear from, and I think we can do it there. But whatever you do, make sure you follow the mantra. Never offended, always humble. Go stream some Soul Tide. Go stream some Marcus J. Destin. Tahitian Treat is on the way.
Oh yeah.
Man, that is a classic beverage that I have not had in quite some time.
That's what I'm hoping. When you crack open this new single, you feel like it's a refreshing Tahitian treat.
I am excited about that for more than one reason. Hey, if you enjoyed our conversation, if you enjoyed listening to us catch up and just chatting all things, recommend us to a friend or a family member. Best way that you can help support and grow the podcast. If you're feeling generous, go over to patreon.com/films in black and white. You can sign up for a tier there. I know I've said this for a while. We are still working on that. We were all doing some things, and so it'll become a top tier priority. But yeah, that's what we got. Gentlemen, what do we got for our 3-step process of success?
Hey, folks, I am here with step 1. Read a book. Any book. It can be any book about anything. Maybe read some poetry. Expand your horizons. Read a book.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. Marcus, what's that second step?
Make sure you drink some water, big dog. You know what I mean? It's getting hot outside, so you gotta. No, it's actually getting cold outside, so you actually need that water to moisturize your skin so you're not ashy as hell. So go ahead, do that right now. Drink some water, treat yourself to the nice stuff.
Absolutely. Third step, look, wash your ass. If you spent time on a beach like I did, you know how sand gets everywhere. Now imagine just life. It's going to get everywhere. So get up there with soap and like a rag, preferably a clean one. Wash your ass, wash your legs. Brian's coughing reminded me that it is also cold and flu season.
It is.
Wash your hands, you filthy animals.
Yes, please.
So yeah, please
God
wash your hands.
Animals.
But yeah, that's all we got. We will be back next week with another outstanding episode of Films in Black and White. But in the meantime and the between time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Boom.